everybody that is watching us one more time through YouTube, and welcome to this space dedicated to personal growth as well as touristic places from all over the world. I am Nadia Flores, and today we are in Mexico City, actually downtown. We're going to be talking about the importance of managing your emotions. It's going to be amazing. This is Grow and Travel. Stay with us. Welcome to Mexico City. This is the capital of this beautiful country, which has become very, very popular for tourists from all over the world. Mexico City is packed with culture and history, and today we're going to show you a few of the most important buildings in downtown, starting with Palacio de Bellas Artes, which is a venue dedicated to arts and culture, as well as Alameda Central, which is one of the most important parks. But before we do that, let's go to a coaching message. And welcome to the first segment of personal growth, and today we are talking about managing your emotions. Why is managing the emotions necessary? Managing your emotions is going to allow you not only to become a better version of yourself, but also to listen to what you're really feeling, interpreting what it is that is happening inside of you. Let's remember that when you pay attention to everything that is around you, you're giving your attention to the outside. You get to focus on the inside. You get to focus on yourself and just be aware of what is happening, because your body is kind of like a compass. It's always telling you exactly what you should do next. It's always guiding you towards the next aligned action. But what happens if we don't listen? Sometimes we're too busy paying attention to other things outside of us, and then we get triggered. So then these emotions causing us to become the emotion. For example, if somebody does something that we don't like, we may become frustrated or angry or sad or whatever. And instead of managing the emotion, we just become angry or frustrated. We just become that emotion. And here we are going about our day, feeling frustrated, feeling angry, feeling sad, instead of just observing the emotion and being able to cope with it. The way that you manage your emotions is by looking at them and just paying attention to them. Holding space for your emotions is the most important thing that you can do. Once you hold space for your emotions, then you can identify them, and this will give you a higher level of emotional intelligence, because you identify the emotion and then you can proceed to make the best decision for yourself. So in the second block, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to manage your emotions, so stay with us. In the meantime, let us go see Mexico City. And here we are strolling around the beautiful Alameda Central Park. This park is one of the most emblematic ones in Mexico City. And right after this, we're going to take you also to see Palacio de Bellas Artes, which is a space dedicated to beautiful arts like dancing and music. Are you ready? Let's go check it out. The Palacio de Bellas Artes, or Palace of Fine Arts, is a cultural venue located in the historic center of Mexico City. Considered the most important in the manifestation of the arts in Mexico and one of the most renowned opera houses in the world. This has been the scene and witness of important artistic, social, and political events. Its construction was started towards the end of the mandate of President Porfirio Diaz on the occasion of the celebration of the centenary of the beginning of the independence of Mexico. However, it was not completed and inaugurated until 1934 due to the Mexican Revolution. It is a multifunctional building, as it houses various stages and artistic spaces such as the Palacio de Bellas Artes Museum and the National Architecture Museum. The first one permanently exhibits 17 mural works by 7 national artists executed from 1928 to 1963. Among them, Diego Rivera, David Alfaro Siqueiros, and José Clemente Orozco, being the oldest in the country dedicated to national plastic arts production. Likewise, it is the headquarters of the National Symphony Orchestra, the National Opera Company, also known as Ópera de Bellas Artes, the National Dance Company, and the Folkloric Ballet of Mexico by Amalia Hernández. In 1987, it was declared by the UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. The height of the building is 53 meters to the spiral and 42.5 meters to the ceiling. It has 4 floors and an underground parking lot. Due to the difference in the start and construction times, the palace has various architectural styles, predominantly Art Nouveau on the outside and Art Deco on the inside. It is a true work of art that you have to see when visiting Mexico City. Now, next to the beautiful Palacio de Bellas Artes, we find another cultural jewel. We are talking about La Alameda Central. La Alameda Central is the oldest public park in Latin America, with the longest tradition in Mexico City for its numerous works of art, and is considered an open-air museum.
This park has seen more than 400 years of history and experiences of Mexico City go by, and it has always been a beautiful, quiet, safe place with a significant number of new visitors. It is undoubtedly one of the most endearing places of recreation for the inhabitants of Mexico City. In 2012, this park was remodeled. Trees were planted and the meadows were improved. The sculptures and fountains were also restored, and 4 new fountains were built located on the corners of the Alameda. The street Angela Peralta became pedestrianized and public lighting was installed. Visiting Mexico City and not going to the Alameda or Bellas Artes is like going to Paris and not going to the Eiffel Tower, so do not miss out when you are visiting here. And now, after delighting our pupils with such beautiful images of this vibrant city, let's go to our second coaching message, in which I will give you 3 tips on how to manage your emotions.
And here we are in the second block of personal development, and today I have 3 tips for you about managing your emotions. So tip number 1, número uno, as we say in Espanol. Tip number 1 is all about the consciousness and self-awareness. What am I feeling? How do I get to identify the emotion? Remember, your body is like a compass. Your body is telling you exactly what emotion it's been interpreted by you. Whether it's from a previous experience, in this case would be a memory, or something that is happening right now in your present moment, your body will tell you. For example, sometimes people fear. Whenever they feel fear, they manifest it in their legs. Like it feels like you just want to run, because that's the biological impulse that we get whenever we are experiencing fear. Or for example, sometimes we feel pressure and we start feeling like our chest is closing or somebody's putting pressure on ourselves. If you go to the gym and you do one of those chest press, you know how it feels, because it's like that, but instead of you pushing something, it feels like something is pushing your body. So just pay attention to your body. It will tell you what emotion you're feeling. Tip number 2, once that you become self-aware, then it's very important to sit with the emotion and just not even judge yourself for it. Because I know that in this society, everybody tells us that we're supposed to stay high vibe and positive and all this, but it's so important to recognize every single one of the emotions that we're feeling, whether they are positive and fun and joyful and whatever, or if they're like frustration, sadness, anger, or whatnot. It's very important to just make space for them and feel them without judging ourselves. Lastly, tip number 3 is releasing the emotion. Don't become the emotion and just feel it fully. Of course, you get to feel it, but with the intention of releasing it. Because in the end, if somebody does something that you don't like and you get frustrated, you don't want to stay frustrated the whole day, do you? No, you want to move on from that emotional state. And the way you do it is by identifying that you feel frustrated, by feeling the frustration and by releasing it, and then making the decision that you want to feel better. Therefore, focusing your attention on something that brings you more joy and more peace. So those are my 3 tips for you, and I sincerely hope that you take them into consideration so that you can live a more happy, more free, more fulfilling life. And of course, if you want to contact me, you have the social media below. Other than that, I hope that you enjoyed it. And we have come to the end of the show. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope that you have enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. Other than that, if you haven't done so, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and to activate the notifications button. I'm Nadia Flores, this was Grow and Travel, and we'll see you on the next one.